Hey, welcome back. Now this is part 2 of my big bad toy store toy haul, and then there's more than just Big Bad Toy Store. So if you want to see the first part, you can go back to my previous video where I got a lot of cool figures, and yeah, I was real excited about those. So let's jump into today's haul. Got some pretty cool things I'm excited to show you and share my opinion. So let's get right into it. All right, round 2. These just arrived today. We got a box from Big Bad Toy Store, which I think there's only one thing in there, but we'll see. And then I got a surprise box I kind of wasn't expecting, but kind of was. It's from Amazon, and I think it's a pre-order that just came in. Let's see what it is. So opening the Big Bad Toy Store box, and we got another box. Let's see what this says on here. It's Mattel Masters of the Universe Origins Fright Zone. And if you are an inbox collector, this is the part of the video where you'd be done. I'm not an inbox collector. I'm going to be opening this thing up and look at this thing. I mean, granted, if I was an inbox collector, the artwork on this thing is super cool. Get the hologram up there. Showing you some of the features. You got the new little creature there. Not a puppet anymore, but an actual figure or toy. I don't know. He's a character, creature. I'm at the age where I'm like, when I grow up, I want to be. I'm a graphic designer. I do multimedia stuff. Make posters and things also on the side on Fiverr. But I think a dream job would be to do work like this. I'm sure they do other things. They're not just sitting there getting to play with toys all day. But man, if I could do like the design, do the photos or work on the photos and put all the artwork in here, that would be super cool. I'd love that job. Does this mean we're going to be getting a slime pit before it's all over? I hope so. I feel like I'm nervous. It's like, how much more steam does Origins have before it's all done? I'd love to get a new slime pit. And here's the comic version of Triclops. The alternate, you could that figure is available, or was available to get, to be got. New design for Skeletor there. I've never seen that. It's pretty cool. And then that being said, also a new design for you. It's kind of like the battle armor, but not. It's very big and hexagon. Rizor giving Beastman the business. And who's this guy? Is it Socrates? Socrates confirmed? But let's open it up and take a look. Here's everything out of the box, and look at this guy. Already one of my favorite parts. I got this giant, this thing is it's bigger than Battle Cat. It's a huge creature. This is really cool. He's articulated. He can move his mouth here. All his legs move. He's got ankle joints. Tail moves here. Super cool. I thought I would have liked the puppet, but this is pretty awesome. Now, I never had the original Fright Zone growing up, so I don't know what I'm missing. I think it would have been fun. I always thought it looked cool, and I've always looked at when I see them at toy shows and stuff, or out at toy shops. I've always looked at the Fright Zone. I was like, man, I'd like to have that. And then when Origins came out, I'm like, let me wait, because I think Origins will do one, and thankfully they did. And I think I'm pretty happy with this. I don't think I need to get a vintage one, unless I found one super cheap. But let's get this thing put together. I'm gonna go with the directions here and get this all put together. Looks like it's just snapping things together. I don't see any stickers. Hopefully there's no stickers. I'm not a fan of trying to get stickers perfect. but it looks like it'll be pretty straightforward. Check this out. So we have the haunted tree with posable branches. You can move the branches around, pose them up. I'm not doing such a good job one-handed, but they do rotate. The birds are removable. The crows. I've got a mosquito hanging out with Hordak up here because they've got somebody down here in the fright zone. Oh man, I don't know what this guy's name is. I have to look at the box. I didn't see a name anywhere. But we got He-Man trapped in a prison there. Check out the sculpts on this. We got Mr. T fighting for his life and the little claw down here. Look at this thing. You put a little pressure on there. It's like a little trap. It's pretty cool. And I love the designs on here. And these, you won't hurt yourself because they're kind of rubbery. Super cool. And this guy, you can move in and out. It's not like he's permanently there. So you can come out here and have his dinner whenever that gets caught. Pretty cool. Now wait till you check out the back. But before we get to the back, let me show you the little prison here. Opens up. We got some cool sculpting in there. Now let's check out the back. So starting from the top here, and I realized I didn't show one of the fright features. I'll show you here in a second because it rotates. But you have Hordak on his throne, and this is something that's pretty cool. When I first put this on, I was like, did I put it on wrong? Because the chair, like, it connects to the back part of this tree. There's kind of a groove back there, and I was like, why is that there? Did I put it on wrong? But it's to accommodate Hordak's rubbery cape that does not bend. I was looking, I'm like, oh man, how am I gonna get him on the throne? And I was like, wait, it's got that slit. So they thought of that, which is pretty cool, because that'd have been frustrating if you had to take his armor off to fit him up on the throne. But he does fit up there. It's easier to do with two hands. Let me show you the other feature while we're on the tree. So that does rotate. But the tree has some fright features. And he's kind of got limbs that you can kind of grab on, so you could put a figure in there and like have it munching down. Then we come down here, and this is cool. It looks like almost like lava. But it's like the weapons room. So you have like the Horde Trooper staff, you have Hordak's crossbow, and this is like Mosquito's gun, but you know, in a different color. And take notice to these because we're gonna take a look at that in just a moment. But you have a little hole here that little creatures can come out of. And when you rotate, the other side back here, which is just the back of the jail. Then we have this you can put a figure in. Let's check that out. So Mr. T has been moved from the front to the back to be held captive for a little while. But you know he'll get out because he's Mr. T. And take notice of these here because we're going to take a look at that now. So the front section disconnects and it attaches to the back. So you have two complete options of a playset. You can do the back here and have a inside the fright zone, or you can have the front like the original. But that's a pretty cool addition. I don't think the original had anything like that. I could be wrong, but from what I remember seeing, I don't think that was there. The hardest part about this is I don't know where I'm going to display it or how I'm going to display it. Most likely the front. I think the front probably has the coolest features. I really like that tree, man. I've got a photo challenge coming up. I might be using this in my photo challenge. So take a look at my Instagram. You might see this featured in some toy photography. But yeah, this is a really cool playset, and I'm excited to have it in my collection. So let's take a look at the other box that I got. All right, on to box 2. And you can already probably see what this one is. classic sewer playset. Now, I would have thought this would be in a bigger box. Now, I'm sure there's a box inside here. But, oh man, Amazon, come on. I was just floating around in there. Let's take it out, take a look at that box art. And look at that. I got the sewer layer playset. It says a smaller box, but same playset size from 1989. I feel like they had to tell you, it's like, hey, this is the same size, because the Technodrome was a little bit smaller. You see my vintage one with the smaller one up top in the background. The smaller one goes great with reaction figures. But it's cool. But this is the same size, and apparently the new Technodrome does still connect to this. Looks great, yeah, really cool. Now, if you've watched my other videos, you know I have a giant sewer playset. I think I might be taking my vintage one out and putting this one in its place. You can kind of see like that corner over there, like right there. It just it's never sat right. I've got extra pieces. I probably could swap it out, but I think it'd be cool to get a brand new one up there and put it in its place. And the vintage one will go maybe down to the studio or go into storage. But let's take a look. Seeing if there's anything I noticed is drastically different. This is a piece that's always missing when you find a vintage one. I think my vintage one I think is 100% complete. But we'll see. We'll see if there's anything in here that I don't recognize. Let's get it opened up. Here's all the parts laid out. Tunnels. Now, I've putting together my vintage layer, I've also put together several other mostly complete ones. I feel pretty confident I could probably put this together without instructions, but I am going to double check the instructions just to be sure. Got some stickers there. I'm not looking forward to that, but I'm going to get these, some stickers are applied. I'm going to get these opened up and let's get this put together. So here is the turtle layer, or the sewer playset, I should say, all put together. Yeah, the plastic is different. It feels like it's more rubbery. It's got more flex, which may be a good thing because maybe it means it's less fragile. It can take a little bit of it feels like Rubbermaid. But it snaps together really well in a satisfying way. It feels like it's solid. It feels good. The stickers were stickers, and they weren't that bad. And I didn't go with how they were in the instructions. I looked at the box, which had their sticker replacement a little bit different. I kind of liked it. So I put some of the slime dripping here and slime over here. Just kind of change things up. The wooden fence, I turned it the other way so we can see the foot soldier back here. Yeah, pretty cool. I don't remember this little piece here. I feel like that's added on. Let's see. Oh, there's a hole there, so something maybe went there. I'm probably missing that piece, so I don't have a complete vintage sewer layer. There you go. But this definitely won't fit in there, because that is it's much bigger. So that's good to know. If this is a rare piece, you can't just take it and put it on your vintage one. Now I have a concern. I was gonna swap this out with my vintage one and have this add-on from Fraternic Designs, but I don't know if it's gonna fit. So I was like, let me take the slime off of the little thing here, which he designs, a little slime dripping out, and it doesn't. Doesn't fit in there. So I'm concerned that maybe that won't fit on. I'm gonna try it and see. But yeah, we'll see. He designed it with the vintage one in mind, so I might be keeping the vintage one up, and this might have to find a new spot. The fence is it's plastic, which is awesome. It's plastic with a sticker on there. Where, the original is cardboard. Now is often a piece that's messed up. So that's really cool. Everything else that has a different texture feel, but it's good. I like it a lot. It has all the things I remember. I think the stairs has a little lock-in mechanism, which I don't think the original had. I think it just kind of slid over and you just kind of hope for the best. You still have the telephone lines here that can break and spin down. You can take the pipes off and rearrange those. And this piece here, instead of just kind of sliding over, it's got a little thing that kind of pops into place. So pretty cool. You got the periscope here. And this lowers down. Pretty cool. If you can see in there. There is a post. There it is. A little poster on the wall. That's a little window back there. You can see my fingers. Yeah, really happy with how this came out. I never knew where to put this. I always put it there. It just feels like that's where it fits, but I guess it's like a bomb. It doesn't really say in the instructions. I knew even as a kid I didn't know what this thing was really used for. But it could be anything. Anything you can play, your imagination can come up with. Have that little extra hole there. I guess you can move the telephone pole over there. Perturnic makes some pretty cool things. You can put in he made a lamp post. And I think he also made I want to say he made a basketball hoop, I think. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And that does, I tried that on there, and it does fit in there nicely. So I'm excited. I like Perturnic's work. So getting this makes me excited for some of his new things coming out. So some bad news. The Perturnic addition to the sewer layer does not really work. Let me show you here. The tube does fit, but you have to raise it up. And it sits kind of off the ground there, and then when you try to put the stairs on, it just it doesn't really connect. So I will be keeping the vintage one on display, and I don't know where I'm gonna put this one. I like it a lot. I think it's a really well done re-release. It's pretty cool. It feels sturdy. I really like that fence. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Maybe I'll just use it for toy photography and have this as because I keep, I have a lot of play sets I pop out for doing toy photos and stuff. But I think it's awesome. If you get a chance, pick it up. Maybe, if you wait a little while, maybe it'll be on clearance. I see a lot of like Technodromes and stuff going on clearance. But I don't know. I think it's a lot of fun. I do recommend it. So there you go. Now, I originally had planned to make this one big toy haul video, but as you've seen, I had split it up because that's a lot. There's a lot of content. There's a lot of stuff to go over there. But I hope you enjoyed my toy haul video. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoy this type of content, give me a like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.